Go ahead and find any comfortable seat. Take your time setting up, and remember that if I give you something that doesn't feel good on your body, I encourage you to skip it. We'll need 2 blocks and 1 bolster for today. When you're ready, start to straighten out the legs, extending them in front of you. And just gently warming up our feet. Start to circle through your ankles, which should feel really nice on your toes, feet, and ankles. As you circle through, maybe wiggle the toes, scrunch, lift and flex them back, and then reverse the direction of your circles as you continue to wiggle the toes, scrunch, and flex and pull them back. And just really easy, slow, gentle movements. And start to flex your feet, drawing them up and back towards the shins, creating that dorsiflexion. Point the toes, curl them under, firm the thighs and the shins. Flex the feet, draw them up and back, keep those thighs engaged. And point the toes, curl them under. It's probably going to feel really nice on the tops of your feet. Flex the feet, draw them up and back towards the shins. Draw the toes back too. Point the toes, curl them under. And flex the feet, guide them up and back. Press the heels forward. And point the toes, curl them under. Keep those heels rooted to the earth. And bend the knees, slide the heels in, and find a comfortable seat. Lift the right foot, interlace the fingers in between the toes of your right foot. If your toes are tight, just take 1 or 2 fingers in between. Otherwise, interlace 4 fingers in between your toes and relax the foot back down. If your knee hurts there, just bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, and then interlace the fingers. Again, if something is too intense or hurts, you're just going to skip it. And keep breathing. Release and shake it out. This time, bring the palm to the sole of the right foot and press your right toes back away from you. And if your knee hurts, again, just bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, and do that same action. And keep pressing the toes back like you're creating tippy toes. And then release and shake it out. Same thing, but in the opposite direction. Bring your palm to the top of the foot this time and pull your toes in towards your belly. Again, if your knee hurts here, you're welcome to bend the knees, take the feet to the floor, and do the same thing in that position. And you're just pulling those toes back in towards you. This one feels particularly good. Release and shake it out. Same thing on the other side. Lift up the left foot, interlace the fingers in between the toes of the left foot. Again, if your toes are tight on this side, just take 1 or 2 fingers in between the toes. Otherwise, interlace 4 fingers. And if your knees hurt, bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, and then interlace the fingers. And keep breathing. This might feel funny at first. And release and shake it out. Bring the palm to the sole of the left foot. Press the toes back like you're creating tippy toes. Again, if your knees hurt, bend the knees, place the soles of the feet on the earth, and then create that action. Otherwise, you can do this from any comfortable seat. And keep the feet flexed. And just breathe into that stretch, shake it out. And then same thing in the opposite direction. And shake it out. And find your yoga blocks and make your way into table, hands and knees. You're welcome to have a blanket under your knees or a bolster underneath the tops of your ankles. And gently have a seat on your heels, but for some of us this will be too much on the knees, so skip this if this hurts. Take the blocks to frame your legs, place the hands on the blocks, and lift just your right knee up. This is going to feel so good on your ankle, but your foot as well. But again, if it hurts your knees, just release the knee back down and skip it. Lower the knee back down, lift the left knee, keep the top of the left foot down on the earth. Guide the knee back down. Perhaps this time, lift both knees up at the same time, keeping the tops of the feet on the floor only if it feels good on your body. Deeper never means better. We always value honoring our body before going deeper into something. Lower the knees back down, move your blocks. Shift forward and just wiggle out the toes, circle through your ankles. This next one's going to be deep, so prepare yourself. Tuck the toes and find a seat on your heels with your toes tucked. This is a really intense one, so if this is too much for you or your knees hurt, you're simply going to lift the hips up higher. If it feels good, you can stay right where you are. And keep the breath strong, smooth and even. And shift forward, table, circle through the ankles and wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, come into any seat. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you're able to take this peace that you've cultivated for yourself into the rest of your day.